Alright guys, so today we finally got the Audi running 100%, everything put back together, engine put back in, washed, everything good to go. No leaks, no oil, nothing bad. Everything brand new seals. Everything's good on it now. Everything's fixed that needs to be fixed on it. Inside is still destroyed because we're getting pieces little for little. As you guys can see, here's the keys. Oh no, that's the locket. Oh, but before we show you the inside, you can see here I got the both lights now with that side and this side over here. Still gotta get the antenna. That's no big deal. I'm not in a hurry for that. But you guys can see I got power inside now. No interior pieces yet, just because the main focus right now is to fix the engine completely and then put everything in. Same for the tint, all that good stuff. But you can see here, it'll start right up now. It starts now. See, I got everything fixed. The only thing about it here is a really nasty ticking noise, but I already know what the problem is. We're gonna get that changed, and we got a video coming here very soon for that. So let's go ahead and start it. All right. So it's not making the noise right now because it's cold, you know, but once you start driving it, it starts making a really nasty, ugly sound. So let's go ahead and roll down the window, close the door here. And you can see here I got the Golf all painted, hood painted, bumper painted, but that's for another video. See, the engine's working good. Everything's put back in, everything good, cleaned up nicely. No leaks. A common leak for that problem right there, that oil transmission cooler. Everything's washed literally down to the brim. The main worries about the engine is fixed, so I'm not worried about anything else right now. But what we are going to be changing here soon is going to be this part I'm going to show you right now. Let me go ahead and turn off the car. So you can see we got lights and everything. It's really cool. I'll throw some videos. I'll throw some pictures and stuff of the car when I was rebuilding it. But because there's no actual video footage, you can see there's no lights or anything, no codes, just the connections for the fog lights, because those are the wrong fog lights that they put in the car. But I got the new ones coming. There you go. You can start hearing that noise now. You guys hear that nasty sound? That's that one. So we're gonna go all that. Let's go ahead and turn it off. So let's go over here. Take off the cover and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. That way you guys can see if your car is doing the same sound. You can go ahead and fix it too. But let me get this cover off. All right, guys. So the cover is off. So you can see I put the new spark plugs, new coils. Engine's fully rebuilt. Everything you see here in front of you is brand new, besides one simple thing I should have done what I had in the engine out, which is the timing tensioner chain, which it goes right here on the side of the engine. Pretty easy fix. Just take off all these pieces, take off this fuel pressure, take off the cap, take off this camshaft or whatever this is called. I know it's called camshaft, but I don't know what exactly. And then we'll have space to work on it. But so we just gotta take that out, take out the bolt that holds that, put everything back in, realign everything. Yeah, everything's good. So everything's new. This is not as washed as good as it should be. Actually, I don't want to risk getting anything coils wise. I don't want to get wet anything there now that I don't got no check engine on this car. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to remove all that. Pretty easy, I guess. Nothing too crazy. But turbo is brand new as well. Everything's rebuilt. Got all the plastic covering for the engine, like this as so. For the battery, if you guys watched the first video, there was nothing of that here. Yeah, pretty much it. Had to replace this hood latch because it wasn't working. It broke. I don't know what happened. It just one day went out when I was repairing the engine. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me go ahead and show you some pictures in the next clip. All right, guys. So here in this picture, you can see I have the head cylinder block taken out. This is when it was completely out. This was, I think, the day after I had it out. And this was the first day of taking everything apart and then rebuilding the head cylinder block. But anyways, here the main cause of failure was the exhaust valves. The valves were all bent. You can see here the only ones that weren't bent were the exhaust valves on the right, the two top ones. Those were the only ones that were actually fine. The rest of them were all bent. They were not usable no more. They were toast. But I guess that's a common thing when these timing belts rip on these cars. I guess they hit the piston and it destroys the valves and it makes it not runnable no more. It's the same thing for the pistons. It can destroy the pistons. Thankfully, mine didn't have any damage, but this is the first picture of when the car had the head cylinder block off, and this is when I started to rip it apart to rebuild it completely. So now I can show you a picture of when it was taken apart. All right, so here is when the head cylinder block was taken apart completely. Here is the block completely naked, nothing on it, no valves, no lifters, no nothing, no camshafts. Here you can see it's completely stripped down to bare metal. I washed it out, all that stuff, washed it with a bunch of gasoline, and then I washed it all out, making sure that it was properly cleaned to install everything back in. And then yeah, you guys can see up there in that top corner, the little green bucket had all my new rebuild stuff, like the valves, the lifters, all that good stuff. So that was what that bucket was there for. So this is the head cylinder completely with the out engine. So here's kind of a little short video of when the engine was being put back together, just showing you guys kind of like how the process was. But it wasn't too crazy. I was just showing as I was going, rebuilding the engine, just to put it all in whole, so it'd be a lot easier for me on my side. Alright guys, so in this video you can see the engine is completely put back together, everything with new seals, new gaskets, new lines for the turbo, the new boost pressure for the turbo, everything else was built, new lines and all that good stuff. So yeah, pretty much that's what this video is right here. Alright, so this is the first start attempt for the vehicle. Not want to start, but all I needed was just a little bit of help for sitting after 4 years sitting. Just need a little bit of start fluid to start right up in the next video.
I think some of these cannot.
So here it started right up. It sounded horrible. This was the next day because I gave up the day before. Here is a leak that the car had. It was for the transmission automatic cooler. And this right here was the very first day I took it for a drive, with no misfires, nothing wrong with it. Out there changing the coils and all that good stuff, and the spark plugs and the fuel pressure regulator, whatever it was called. But this was the very first day I took it for a drive. Here I installed the taillights that it was missing, and then the other lights, everything that was failing, and the whatever ones that didn't have any light, changed out the bulbs, and now they're all functioning. So in this photo here, you can see this is the car's very first engine wash and car wash since I've had it. Cleaned up really nice, looks really good now, super clean now. Looks amazing. Alright, so here you guys can see the Audi's finally put back together. The bumper's finally back on after months of it not having it on. I just test fitted the bumper. You guys can see it's just not on completely. You guys can see the bumper on the sides of the fender is not actually connected in. This was just more to kind of like fit it and make sure everything's fitting good. Make sure my adjustments were good because I did move the hood because the hood was adjusted wrongly from the last time the vehicle was open. I guess like the hood was hitting the left side fender a little bit in the corner, so I had to adjust that. But anyways, the only thing that sucked here was the fog lights that they put in that vehicle were the wrong ones. It wasn't for the right connections, but that's okay because I was able to get the right ones. Same for the plate. I destroyed the plate and then I replaced that plastic, that blackish plastic that goes on the corner of the plate. You can see there, if you look closely enough, you'll see a cracked piece there. That's all good. That's all replaced. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to show you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little clip. If you did, make sure to give a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to just follow along with this journey. We're going to get back on track. But with further ado, this is Joel's Garage. Until next time, signing out.